Hello everyone, welcome back to another video from the Daddy Matt Experience channel. I'm your host, Daddy Matt, and welcome back to another video. I know that this video is coming out a little bit late, but it's going on like 4 o'clock, which is much better timing than my video I made on Monday, where it came out at like 9 o'clock at night. So better timing wise, but still a little bit of a later upload because I know it's 4 o'clock right now, so a lot of you are probably eating dinner, and I'm probably going to be eating dinner in a little bit. Just the way it is on days where I'm home and working on stuff. Today I was working on some an English assignment that's not due for a while, but I've just been chipping away at it each day. I have to write like a rhetorical analysis essay on like a topic, like either a TED talk or an article on a certain topic. You can choose the topic, but it's got to be either an article or a TED talk video. Um, So I picked an article just because I thought it would be easier than watching a TED Talk video. You know, it's kind of harder to gather information from a video because you have to like replay it, maybe put on subtitles to see what the person's saying and stuff like that. So I figured with an article, I can print it out, I can highlight it, I can write notes and stuff, annotate the text and all that stuff. But I picked an interesting subject for the rhetorical analysis essay. Um, like certain stuff, you have to write it in a certain way, like analysis. Um, it's not just like summarizing what you read. You have to the difference between like my English teacher, because it's an online English class. The best way he put it is that a summary is what what equals like what is the author talking about? Oh, they're talking about this. And then you make the summary. Oh, the author talked about this. But then for a analysis, you have to answer the question of how and why. How does the author do this? How and why does the author do it that way? So initially, with the rhetorical aspect of it, maybe a lot of you guys, if you're in high school, in your English class, I think at least in 10th grade when I did English in high school, we learned about the Aristotle's rhetorical writing strategies, or whatever it is, Aristotle's three strategies on how to persuade like a reader. And that's the ethos, the pathos, and the logos. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Logos is like the logistics. Pathos is like, I think it's like the emotion, and then the ethos is like the credibility of the person who's writing about it. I think I'm correct when I say that. I'm not entirely sure, but the three writing strategies that authors use to persuade people: emotion, logistics, and their credibility. But the article I'm reading, the female author, she has a PhD in sociology and a master's degree in psychology, so she knows what she's talking about. um, so yeah, I had to find a topic to write about that I didn't hadn't written before for previous English assignments. Um, it's always nice to get new, fresh ideas when you're trying to do, you know, something. You don't want to use the same idea. You want to kind of create a new idea and build on it. So yeah, that's what I was doing today. That's why this video is coming out at like dinner time, 4 o'clock. Because I was working on that. I have to write like 7 paragraphs, and it's like 1,000 words and that type of stuff. So if you can picture that in your head, it might take a while to do. So I got a bit of a start on it today. Tomorrow, when I get home from my math class, I'll continue working on it. Tomorrow in math, I got a quiz to do and stuff, and then there's some other things I have to do for my other class online, and then my one sociology class. Funny sociology. My one sociology class that's online, can't do that yet because her class doesn't start online until October, So in a few weeks, I'll be starting that sociology class. It should be interesting. My friend told me that sociology is a pretty interesting topic, so so hopefully it's interesting. Um, but yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. Just kind of a busy day home wise. Well, I'm in my own home, so get to chill and do college work. Obviously, because it's all online based. Using the computer and stuff for assignments and other things. Whereas my math class, I'm only going on certain days, and that's in person. But yeah, just chipping away at work, as I always do, staying on top of things, making sure I write stuff down so that I don't lose track of what I'm trying to do, and um, just organize my thoughts and stuff. But yeah, I guess I can title this video bit a busy Wednesday or something, because I know you guys like the where I talk about my day and a lot of that stuff. I know it might get kind of repetitive when I talk about my day, but you guys seem to enjoy it. Um, so I'll keep on doing it. Like I said before, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Seems like you guys like those type of videos where I talk about my day if it's busy, or I talk about my week, or just what's going on, and what's going on in my daddy Matt's life. But yeah, it's I'm just managing my time well. Obviously sometimes there's always going to be distractions. Because always when I'm trying to do something, there's a distraction, and it takes more time to get something done because of the distraction. But um, either way, I get stuff done, or I finish part of it, because deadlines for college aren't bad. You get a bit of time to get assignments done, so really there isn't an excuse to not have something done if your teacher gives you like a month to do something or like a few weeks to get something done. So yeah, there isn't no excuse for not being able to finish an assignment, whatever it may be. If you're if I'm writing something or whatever it may be. But with me, I'm not in that situation. I turn in things on time, make sure they're good the way that they're supposed to be, so I get a good grade. Because at the end of the day, I'm all there's only a few months left until the semester ends. The semester ends in December, so a few months from now. Um, and of course, some of these classes are core classes, so I gotta get my good grades in, and make sure I acquire those 13 credits, because those are really important. Those 13 credits. Um, and I already have some credits already banked in, so that will help me even more, because I already got some of those credits banked in, and then by completing these classes, I add more credits to those ones that I already have. So it works out in a way. You just gotta put in the effort, and you just gotta organize yourself, manage your time well, and that applies to not just me, but anybody else who's doing college courses online, or doing college classes of any sort, whether it be in person, online, both, like a hybrid schedule or something. Um, this advice just doesn't go out for me, but to anybody. It doesn't matter what classes you're taking, what your major is, what you want to do. And it all applies the same way, because you're gonna have to do at least a project, a quiz, a test, or assignments that are due on a certain date that you have to get done by that certain date. You know, I kind of like it because it takes like real world, stuff, instead of like high school. High school is different than college because of certain aspects, I guess. But I don't know, it'll work out well. So there's really nothing much to fret about. But just manage your time well, guys, and make sure you get those assignments done when you need to, and make sure you just get stuff out of the way. Don't rush stuff, but make sure it's well. If you turn it in early, don't be too worried about it, but make sure it's you have the right steps, that it's meets the requirements, so your teacher's not you know um taking off points because you didn't follow directions or something. But yeah, this video is going on 10 minutes long. I'm yapping too much about my busy day doing work. But as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my socials, which are linked in the About Me section of this YouTube channel. Like my Instagram and my Discord. Go show some love and support to my boy Willie D and my TikTok, Matt Inspiration Victor Vitello. Both of their channels are also linked in the About Me section of this YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button and hit the post notification bell so you get notified for whenever I make my next video. And yeah. I've been playing a mobile game that I've been playing for a while called Supremacy 1914. I don't know if I made videos about it. Maybe a long time ago I made videos about Supremacy. But I play that game a lot, so if you guys are interested in playing that game with me, let me know in the comments section down below. Maybe I'll leave the current coalition that I'm in, or alliance that I'm in, and create my own one called Diamond Duster. Diamond Duster. As the Supremacy game is like a strategy war game with different modes. There's like a Southeast Asia one, I think a South America one, a Europe one. There's like different modes, different round game modes that are at a certain speed and pace and whole different elements. I've been playing it for a while. My old count, um, something happened to it where I had to create a new one a few months back, like all the way back in like the beginning or of May or like mid-May of this year. So I've been playing the game ever since. I'm not that good at it. I wouldn't claim I'm an expert. I know a few things about the game, but I'm not that good at it. I'm only like a level 7 and stuff. There's a lot of aspects towards the game. There's a lot of really good players and stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in joining playing me with the game, my name is Diamond Duster. That's Supremacy 1914. The game, mobile game, I think you can play it on PC or mobile, either way. But if you guys are interested in that, comment down below if you're interested, and maybe I'll create an alliance or leave the alliance I'm in and create one so that you guys can play along with me. But yeah, I will see you guys all in Friday's video.